All right, I'm going to label these as rational or irrational. Square root of 3, I have no idea what the square root of 3 is, so that tells me it's an irrational number. Always remember, if you know the numbers you can take the square root of, then you know the numbers that you can't take the square root of, and those are going to be irrational numbers. So here we can just go to the calculator and look at it, and if it's going to be a repeating decimal, it's going to repeat right away. So the square root of 3 is irrational. Square root of 16, I know the square root of 16 is 4. So as soon as I know what it is, it's got to be rational. Square root of 20, I have no idea what it is. So it's irrational. If you're not sure, go to your calculator and check. But if you know your perfect squares, then you're going to know which numbers are rational and irrational when you take the square root. Square root of 1.44, I'm not so sure. So it's 1.2 from the calculator. And because it's a decimal that terminates, it doesn't go forever, it's rational. Okay, square root of a fraction is just square root of the top over the square root of the bottom. So this is the square root of 4 divided by the square root of 9. I know the square root of 4 is 2 and the square root of 9 is 3. So because I know both those square roots, this is rational. But when we go to 4 over 5, well, that's the square root of 4 over the square root of 5. Square root of 4 I know is 2, but the square root of 5 I have no idea what it is. So this one has to be irrational. It's good to remember the numbers you can take the square root of are 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, etc., etc. Those are the perfect squares, so it's really useful to know the perfect squares.